Welcome to another edition of Smalltalk for you. This morning, using VA Smalltalk, I wanted to take a look at some of the more useful messages in the collection protocol that you may not be aware are there. For instance, things like all satisfy, any satisfy. These methods are relatively new in Smalltalk. They've been in various people's goodies packages for years, but they've started appearing across all of the major Smalltalks. You can count on them being in VA, VW, Pharaoh, Squeak, pretty much any of the Smalltalks you can count on finding these. And all satisfy is an interesting one. It just asks the question when you send it in a block, does each element in this satisfy some Boolean condition? Any satisfy is asking if anything satisfies it. So it's sort of like detect, only it's working a little differently. Instead of returning the element that the first element that matches, it just answers, does anything match this condition? And as you go down here, you'll find there are other methods in here that are interesting. Occurrences of, how many occurrences of a given element are there in there? And then most of these are methods you've seen before, of course, but these are ones that I think are interesting and you may not have seen before. I'll go through some examples in a moment. Go down to CLDT API, you'll find there are a couple of others listed in here. You see the way VA works, it can list methods in multiple protocols. So you've got these again. And as I scroll down to the bottom here, you'll find there are a few others. So you've got union, which is also like, the other side of set. So you've got a bunch of things in here. Then one other interesting thing is sorted and sorted colon. Any collection in VA Smalltalk you can sort, which I find to be highly useful, because quite frequently collections need to be sorted for one reason or other in an application, and you can pass in the arguments to the sort block and sort them any way you like. So to go through a few examples, here I have some collections, some numbers, some more numbers, and then some numbers that aren't unique. So any satisfy. Do any of these, any of these in collection 1, are they less than 10? So is that true? Should come back true, so let's go ahead and display it, and sure enough it comes back true. How about collection 1? Do they all satisfy that they're less than 3? That should come back false because we've got 4 and 5 in collection 1. So if we go ahead and highlight that and do a display, you'll find, of course, that comes back false. And collection 1, none satisfy, each greater than 10. Well, there's nothing in there greater than 10, so hopefully that should come back true. None satisfies the opposite side of any satisfy, so let's display that, and sure enough, it comes back true. Now, intersection, you can just get the intersection of two collections. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be able to figure out what that's going to do, so let's go ahead and see if it does. And sure enough, you get the set with 4 and 5 because that's the matches. So if you look at collection 2, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm asking how many occurrences of 2 are there? Well, I should come back with 0, so let's go ahead and see if that's what actually comes back. So let's highlight that, execute, and sure enough, well, let's go ahead and display it so you can actually see the result. And sure enough, you get 0. Finally, sorted. Let's do a reverse sort on collection 3, so that I should lead with the 5. And display that, and sure enough, there it comes back. One of the, again, nice things about VA, you can sort any collection pretty easily. So you should take a look at these APIs. Go ahead and look in these categories in class collection, and that means any subclass of collection, and there are a lot of them. If you expand this, you'll find there's a whole bunch of these, but any of these subclasses will support these APIs. That's a really nice thing, and there's a lot of good behavior in here, and for the most part, you can count on most of this being in most Smalltalks. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.